In this video, we're going to recap UConn's victory over Michigan, a very tight, exciting game. We're going to go through it all, the two pillars of UConn, as well what UConn learned from this game. Before we start, if you enjoy the content, then please consider subscribing to the channel and giving the video a like. All right, let's get into this. So first off, let's start by talking about what a fantastic game this was. It was basically Michigan's two best swords and Olsen going against UConn best Strong and Fudd, and it went down to the wire. Of course, it did not start that way as UConn got up by 20, but then Kim Barnes-Arico made some nice adjustments, that namely being going to a zone defense and alternating at times between a zone and man. And then Silas Swords got hot, and then it was all on and just great to watch. And this was not a surprise to Gino Auriemma. It wasn't like he needed Duke, Apollo's manager, to warn him about this game and have him avoid it.
He's all wrong for us, baby. I saw you beat that man like I never saw no man get beat before, and the man kept coming after you.
I knew going in this was not going to be easy. I didn't sleep well last night, and I had a pit in my stomach the entire day. I knew this was going to be hard, because they're good. They're very, very, very good, very good. I think they're one of the best teams that I've seen. I don't know. I can't say I've seen everybody play, but I haven't seen many teams better than them. That's for sure.
We don't need that kind of man in our life.
Way too much like us. And I don't like playing teams that are just like us. So hopefully we won't see another one of them for a while.
So why do you take on a game like this? Well, it's pretty clear: to expose what your weaknesses are and to work on them. And this game certainly did that. So in the first half, it was wonderful for UConn as Michigan was playing man-to-man. They could run their motion offense, get easy looks. Not only that, their defense was causing Michigan a lot of misses and allowing UConn to get in their transition game. Obviously, as they like to say, it's a game of two halves, and as Michigan started hitting shots, it allowed them to set up easier in their zone defense and turn it to their style of game and slow it down. Now that's where UConn's weaknesses got exposed, and it's reflective in the minutes that different players got. Not surprisingly, Strong got 40 minutes, and she paid for that a bit at the end of the game. She made some uncharacteristic passes, like a cross court that just had no chance. Fudd played 39 minutes, KK 37 minutes. After that, it was Shade with 30 minutes, Sarah Williams with 24, and then Gino really did not get much from his bench as Blanca was limited to 8 minutes, El Alfie 4 minutes, Heckle got the most with 10 minutes, and Zabel 8 minutes. We will focus on the bench struggles later in the video, but let's focus on the good right now, which is with the struggles of the bench, that really forced Sarah Strong and AZ Fudd to step up, which they did. So Strong, her usual self, 16 points, 7 of 9 from the floor, 0 for 2 from the three-point line, 20 rebounds. She was invaluable on the board, 6 assists and 2 turnovers, 3 steals, 4 blocks. Fudd was big in the fourth quarter after the disastrous third quarter where they only scored 4 points. Overall for the game, she got 31 points on 9 of 20 shooting, 7 of 12 from the three-point line, 5 rebounds. And when they needed somebody to step up to make a shot, she did as well. Big free throws at the end of the game and in the fourth quarter. She really brought UConn home, getting 13 of the 23 points in the fourth quarter. KK was the third starter that got big minutes at 37. She went for 6 points on 2 for 8 shooting, 1 for 5 from the three-point line, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists with 2 turnovers. Overall, Gino knows what he's going to get from her, and she's able to step up and take a big shot. Ashlyn Shea continues to be inconsistent. She went for 30 minutes, and in that time, she went for 8 points on 3 for 10 shooting, 2 for 6 from the three-point line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 turnovers. Sarah Williams got the fewest minutes of all the starters with 24 minutes. She went for 6 points on 3 for 6 shooting. The real problem with her is only 2 rebounds. If you're only going to get 2 rebounds while on the court, you're just better off having Sarah Strong at the 5, who's a better offensive threat and got 20 rebounds in the time that she had. So the big concern right now with UConn, and it's very early, and Gino says they're a good three-point shooting team, but right now it is just not being shown in the 5 games. So Shade's averaging 6.6 points per game, shooting 33% from the floor and 23% from the three-point line. KK, 7.4 points per game, 45% from the floor as she gets to the basket, but only 22% from the three-point line. Heckle, 7 points per game, 40% from the floor, 10% from the three-point line. Zabel, she is averaging 3.8 per game and 42% from the floor and 23% from the three-point line. Blanca, who's only played 2 games, or now 3 games, 8.3 points per game, 52% from the floor and 50% from the three-point line, but that's a very small sample. At times this season, Gino has liked going with his 2 small guards, KK and Heckle, but if you have them both on the court, do you have enough shooting, especially if a team zones up on you? Is that the antidote to UConn's pressure when they like going K9 and KK? The other question is, who are you going to get more out of in terms of shooting, Shade or Zabel? Because right now they're both at 23%, but Zabel is her limited time not allowing her to get a chance to show what she can do if she gets consistent shots. But to be fair, Gino did give Zabel a chance in the third quarter, but he pulled her when she had an open 3 and she hesitated and did not take the shot. If you're a shooter and you have the shot, you have to take the shot, or why are you out there? Gino Auriemma also did not show much faith in Blanca Quinones as she only got 8 minutes, around 6 minutes in the first half, and she did well. Her length really causes teams to struggle, but in the third quarter, she went straight on the court, foul, turnover, turnover. She has this habit where she just drives down the lane and she's getting to the basket come hell or high water and tends to draw charges or turn the ball over that way. So overall in this game, I think Blanca and Zabel were probably the most disappointing, but I think they're the players UConn needs to develop the most. As between Zabel and Shade, they're going to need somebody to step up, or it could be a scenario if Shade's not hitting, then Zabel is, and take your shot and see if you can hit. The other one is Blanca. I just see her as key. Is when she's out there, they just look so big and athletic on defense, but she cannot be a turnover machine on offense. And if she is, then Gino's going to bring out the short leash and take her off. I think it's clear that UConn is at their best when Sarah Strong's at the 5, but that being said, you can't play Sarah Strong at the 5 all the time. So Sarah Williams will continue to be the starter, but ultimately, I think that small lineup they go to, Strong, and then the way I see it being Strong, Blanca, Zabel, Fudd, and KK. I think that's going to be a key lineup if they can develop. But overall, I think it's stay tuned to see how the team gets shaped over the course of the Big East schedule, and then we'll get another picture of where they're at when they face off versus Tennessee in February. I think that should give a good tournament preview of where UConn's at. Now it's over to you, your thoughts, your poison. It's all welcome. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great night.